Earlier this month, my fiance and I watched the Minimalist Less Is Now documentary on Netflix. It just came out. And in it, Joshua Fields Millburn, one of the minimalists, defines minimalism as the intentional use of the resources you have, which I think is a pretty dope definition. And with this definition in mind, here are 3 minimalist tips for the start of this semester or any semester, and I hope you find them helpful. With this first tip, I don't know if it's an inherently minimalist tip, so we'll just call it tip 0 or bonus tip. Figure yourself out. Treat yourself to a couple minutes of quiet time without the distractions of social media or aesthetic trends or videos like this. And because this is a video about school, think about your ideal work environment. Where do you do your best work? When? For myself, for example, I do my best work at a desk in the morning, probably with a cup of coffee nearby, but everyone is different. And I think it's important that we take time to ourselves to evaluate what works best for us. And minimalism deals tangentially with this, which is why I included it. Hopefully that helps you determine whether these tips will be helpful for you or any tips out there. On to tip number 1, use what you already have. Before the semester even started, I was thinking about this new journal that I needed. Ironically not for school, but I needed it. Meanwhile, completely forgetting about the small stationery store I had scattered around my apartment. Journals I had either never used or used one page. And while it would have been cool to get a new financial planner, for me, it wouldn't be the most intentional use of the resources I already have. So, if you have the time and can scrounge around your apartment, your house, your friend's house, maybe you'll be able to find the school supplies you need for this semester without spending money, financial minimalism, or without creating excess waste. So yeah, saving the planet. Woo! Tip 2, minimize your tech. As handy as our phones, tablets, all technology is, they have a tendency to become attention black holes. When it comes to minimizing these distractions so that you can do your most productive work and live your most stress-free life, I say take as drastic measures as you need to. For me, personally, I had to delete almost everything off my phone, even Gmail and Spotify, which I know sounds crazy. I just didn't want to be tied to my phone anymore. But there are less extreme measures. You can set time limits on apps. There's grayscale mode so that notifications aren't as tempting. And of course, good old silent mode. Don't get me wrong, technology can be super helpful with intentional usage. You can set timers for Pomodoro study sessions. You can listen to music so that monotonous assignments aren't as monotonous. Microsoft Word has a focus feature so that all you see is the work you have to do. Overall, I'd say technology can help us more than it can hurt us. We just sometimes have to program it or program ourselves on how to interact with it. And I say take the steps you need to. Everyone's different. But I've found it helpful to limit the distractions. And maybe you will too. Anyway, tip number 3, take breaks. If we count our brains as resources that we should strive to use intentionally, then we need to take breaks. Otherwise, our work, but more importantly, our relationships and our health are likely to suffer. It's not worth it for us to get burnt out on work and then have the more important things in our life just kind of fall apart because of that. So it's really important that we take breaks. Please, I need to work on it too. We can work on it together. And that's it. Those are the minimalist tips for the start of the semester. I hope you found them helpful. If you have any questions about minimalism or these tips, please reach out to me. You can comment, or available on LinkedIn because graduating, looking for the work. So that's the social network I'm on. But yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. Have a great semester. Take care of yourselves. Fight on. Woo!